Hi everyone. So in this particular video, we'll be understanding the calculation of material cost as a part of direct cost estimation through one very practical example. So I'll be taking the example of concrete as a material. So when you will be doing the cost calculation for the concreting activity, there will be some labor component, some material component, some plant and machinery component associated with it. So right now we'll be focusing on only material component because this is an example for material. Labor and plant and machinery and subcontractor will be taking it separately. Okay. So what I'm assuming is that I have my own batching plant for the entire project and I'm manufacturing my concrete in my own batching plant instead of taking it from external RMC. Okay, RMC stands for ready mix concrete, wherein some external agency we will hire and he will produce the concrete in his own plant and he will be supplying that concrete to our site for the entire scope or for some certain scope. But right now I'm considering that whole of the concreting is being produced in my own batching plant that I have set up as a part of plant and machinery at my site. Okay. I will be setting it. Right now we are in the tendering stage itself. So I am assuming after doing my construction methodology analysis that batching plant would be a better choice for me to set up instead of going for RMC. Okay. So I have first step, if you remember, is you have to take out the complete scope of work in terms of BOQ quantity. You have to mention the grades which are available in the project. See, I'm taking a very short example. So there can be different other grades also as applicable to your project. Like there can be M30 also, M40 also. Then there can be self-compacting concrete also. Then there can be green concrete, white concrete. Say different types of concrete might be there in your project. So based on the type of concrete or grade of concrete, you will have to do your workings. Okay. But in my particular project, I'm considering that I have only two grades of concreting, which is our M10 and M15, basically are plain cement concrete, PCC. Okay. The quantity as taken off by the quantity surveyors, they have given us the quantity is 12,000 cubic meters for M10 and 15,000 cubic meters or meter cubes for M15 type of grade. Okay, these rates and all you don't see, you just see this particular portion right now because this is what is the first step. These rates will come as the part of last step. Now what we have to do, if you remember, we have to segregate all the materials, all the items that will be used to create that particular material or to manufacture that particular material. Okay, like I told you several examples also. So here we'll be taking the concrete example. So concrete, what all is constituted for making the concrete is yours. You have to use cement, you have to use fly ash, you have to use water. See, some of the other components might be optional also. Like I told you, fly ash might be optional in producing the concrete, but I am considering fly ash also. Then water, then river sand, then coarse aggregates of 10 millimeter size, 20 millimeter size, then admixtures, curing compound, etc. etc. So you have to get this complete breakup first of all, that whatever material you are working out for, the cost you are working out for, what all will be the items that will be used to manufacture that particular material. Okay, so cement. But one more thing is this design mix I have to get, since you have to calculate the rate of producing M10 per cubic meter and M15 per cubic meter. So what you have to do is you have to get the design mix. What design mix people will give, there is a specialized team like quality team and all who will be working out the design mix in your offices. They will have this work, they'll have the knowledge of the standards and codes that are being followed in your country, for which what proportions to take for what particular item, and based on that they will be calculating their complete breakup of the quantities for producing 1 cubic meter of concrete. So they have given me these quantities which are unit quantities for producing unit concrete. Okay, so like if you see for M10, I need 180 kilogram of cement of this grade, OPC grade, ordinary Portland cement grade 53. 53 means the strength, 53 Newton per millimeter square. So to produce 1 cubic meter of concrete, I need 180 kilogram of OPC 53 grade cement. Similarly, I need 45 kilogram of fly ash. I need 120 liters of water. I need 0.5 metric tons of river sand. 1 metric ton is equal to 1000 kilograms. Then I need zero point 0.8 metric ton of 10 millimeter of coarse aggregate, zero point 0.3 metric ton of coarse aggregate 20 millimeter, then zero point 0.5 kilograms of admixture. Again, it will be dependent on what is the admixture you are trying to use. The weight will be depending on that. Then curing compound will be 1.5 kg curing compound will be required for 1 cubic meter of concrete. The similar quantities you have to get for other grade also. And suppose if you have self compacting concrete, then maybe some other items will be added here. You have to take out the quantity for all those particular items from the quality team who do the mixed design. Okay. Now you have to take the rate of each of these material. See, you have to produce concrete in a batching plant. So to produce that, you will have to feed all these material. Okay, suppose you are planning to produce 100 cubic meter in the first lot, let us say. Okay, so in the first lot, suppose you are planning to produce 100 cubic meter, so you will have to feed the quantities of all these materials on the basis of 100 cubic meter requirement. This is the requirement of 1 cubic meter. So you will have to multiply all these quantities with 100 to calculate the total material that you will have to feed in your batching plant to produce 100 cubic meter of your concrete. Okay. So every material will be required. So you should know the rate of every material. So from where you will get these rates? I told you, if certain material is being produced or manufactured in your own company, like you have a cement plant in your company nearby your site, or you have some water tanker available at your site, some water plant is available at your site, or you have some quarry in your nearby to your site, your own quarry. So you have to take these rates from your own department for the materials which are being manufactured in your own plant. For other materials for which you do not have any access or any internal sources, you will have to float the inquiries to external agencies who will give you their quotations that at how much price they can supply you these particular materials depending on the total quantity of the concrete that you require to be produced. Okay, they will give you, suppose you want to get, let us say, cement from external agency. You don't have any cement plant at your site, so you'll have to first of all figure out some 5 to 10 agencies nearby to your site, because nearby to your site only they will be able to transport quickly. So you have to tell them that I need 12,000 cubic meter of concrete. So for that, I'll be requiring this much kg of cement. So how much will be the price for supplying the cement for this much quantity? So they will give you the rate that I'll put 7.8 rupees per kilogram, or 8 rupees per kilogram, or 6 rupees per kilogram, and so on. So similar to cement, you have to get the rates for all the materials for all the grades. It will be different for different. See, these basic material rates will be same for different grades irrespective of anything, because the same cement will be used for producing M10 also, same cement will be used for producing M15 also, but overall costing will be different because the quantities will vary for the grades. So you will have to multiply these material rates with the respective quantities and you will get the cost per cubic meter associated with that particular item. Okay, so if you see for M15, I need 200 kilogram for 1 cubic meter of concrete and rate is 7.8 rupees. So how will I get the cost for cement for M15? I'll have to multiply this 200 by 7.8. I will get 1560 rupees per cubic meter of concrete. Okay. So when you will add all of these costs, you will get the cost of producing 1 cubic meter of concrete for M15 and for M10. Now you know the total quantity of concrete, you can multiply with the respective rates and you can get the total cost. When you will add the cost of different grades, you will get the total cost of the material for your entire concreting quantity. One more thing is, which is very, very important. Suppose if you are doing your self calculations, you should also check the rate analysis. See, whatever rates your subcontractor is giving you, let us say your subcontractor has given the rate of 7.8 rupees. So whether the 7.8 rupees is valid or no, you have to do your own analysis. So I have taken the snapshot of this analysis also. So for cement, there will be some basic rate. Basic rate means it is the very common basic rate without including any other components. So basic rate is 6.5 rupees, which is only related to the material. Then you will have certain transportation. So you will add some transportation cost to the basic rate. Then loading and unloading will also be done by the people who are delivering the material at site, or maybe you will have your own labor for loading and unloading. So you will have to consider their cost also in that. It will be a very minor component like 0.33 rupees only. Then escalation, suppose if you are doing the project for 2 3 years, the cement prices may go up, so you will have to consider some proportion of the escalation also. Then some wastage, so whatever cement you require, maybe you will be requiring little bit more because of the wastage. Okay, so you'll have to add some, let us say 3%, 4% of the wastage also to the basic rate. Okay, so after you add all of this, you will get 7.8 rupees, which is exactly the number that I have taken in my calculation. So this might not even match whatever the subcontractor will give you. That will not match with your own analysis, but I have taken my own analysis here as the rate. You will have to float your inquiries to different subcontractors, and you will have to take the least out of them after doing your own analysis. Similarly, you can do the same for fly ash also. Basic rate, transportation, loading, unloading, escalation, wastage, and everything you'll have to add, and you'll get the rate of fly ash. So this is how we calculate the cost of material associated with any particular activity. You can do the similar exercise for other materials also, like you want to do for tiles. Suppose you'll be getting the material from your subcontractor for tiles. You will have to supply some sand, you'll have to supply some cement, you'll have to supply some water to prepare the mortar, and all the materials that are associated with tiling works, you'll have to consider them. In the similar fashion, you can repeat the exercise for other components also, like brickwork, or let us say reinforcement, or your shuttering. So you'll have to do the similar exercise, but one important thing is that you should not miss out any particular item for producing the unit quantity of that particular material. Okay, so that's all for the video. I hope you understood the calculation of material. How is it done? What is the main process behind it? And you can also do the same for different materials. You can try that out. So thank you, everyone.